Hey everyone, Rabid here, and well, ETH 2.0 Genesis is among us. So it looks like yesterday the deposit contract for the Beacon chain received the minimum ETH necessary to lock ETH 2.0's Genesis day of December 1st. And this was on November 24th, today's the 26th, so that was of 2 days ago of making this video. Let's take a look at their contract here. They needed 524,288 ETH until they could launch this successfully, and they have actually hit 746,112 ETH, and they're at like 17,000 something validators. So they have hit their goal. Launch date is set for December 1st, and just look at this calculator. It's kind of weird here that this is where we are currently. They hit 746, and as you can see here, this is what they needed to start. They surpassed that. It looks like the more ETH that goes into their network for stating, the less rewards you actually get. Now, this isn't going to change anything, not going to change anybody's minds. Like, this is set to go. We still have a couple of years though, but as the network goes, it looks like at the 10 million mark, you're only making 4.9% APR. And then who knows how much more goes into it, but we're not here to talk about staking. We're not here to talk about rewards. We're here to see what the future of GPU mining will look like in, say, 2-3 years from now. So we're going to go to what to mine here. And I'm just going to try to put in perspective what could happen when Ethereum Classic actually hits the full proof of work state in probably 2 or 3 years' time. That is still up in the air. We don't know when that'll actually play out. But we're just looking at the future. What could happen when that actually drops? So this is my rigs here that I have currently, 540 mega hash. See, we're doing $23.53 a day. After electricity, $18.75 at 10 cents kilowatt hour. Ethereum Classic is slightly under it. These two go back and forth quite often, but anyway, we're looking at 2.68 terahash on the Ethereum network and 2.87 terahash on the Ethereum Classic network. Now I'm just going to put this in a little perspective here. So 268 we'll go with. We're going to divide that by the 2.87. 2.87. And yeah, so Ethereum has 93.37 times the hash rate that Ethereum Classic has. Now, if you're wondering why I put that number out there, is the network difficulty will be crazy. So as you look at the hash rate here you see we're at 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and say right here 2.18, and the difficulty follows the hash rate. Obviously, if you're not sure why, is because the more people hash it on the same thing, the higher the difficulty is. As people drop off, the lower the difficulty becomes, and you actually mine more coins. There's less competition out there. So think of it as a competition. So this chart will be pretty much exactly the same as the network hash, because that is what determines the difficulty. Now that you kind of understand the difficulty, which most of you probably do, we might see a glimpse of what when Ethereum goes 2.0 to happen in Ethereum Classic over the next 2 months. Because if you're unaware that in about 4 or 5 days now, maybe actually only 3 days now, if it's still the same, I'll have to check that out. But in 3 days, Ethereum Classic will be dropping its DAG to the 2.46 or something. So 3 and 4 gigabyte cards will be mining Ethereum Classic again. And while you can still mine with 4 gig cards on Ethereum, I'm sure most of them will stay on this. But you'll see some 3 gigabyte cards picking back up as they're not sold, obviously. But picking back up, hitting this network, and we will see an increase in hash rate. I will be keeping an eye on this on that date when it happens to see exactly what happens. But as a terahash goes up, so does the difficulty, and that just brings your profits down. More people fighting to get hashes, right? So we will start to see a glimpse then. We'll see a bigger jump in December, around December 23rd, when 4 gig cards are no longer able to mine Ethereum. I'm assuming all those cards will jump to Ethereum Classic. It is reported maybe 20 to 40% of Ethereum hash rate right now is 4 gigabyte cards. Don't quote me on that. If you know another number, let me know in the comments below. But we will see probably a pretty big drop off from here and a fair big increase here. Now, we will see that profits will drop again. We will get an estimated number, but those numbers and drops and increase in terahash is going to be nothing compared to when Ethereum 2.0 does go proof of stake, because then everything will be dumping into all these coins. So just to get a glimpse here of what that may look like once the 2.0 comes into play, here's our terahash for Ethereum Classic, but first here, 268. All right, so 268, and we're at 3.25. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and well, we need to go to 268. So we're gonna go from here. We can't even go to the top of the screen. It's going to be way past that. It's going to be like way up here, which is nuts. So with that in place, like showing you that hash rate there, the difficulty is going to hit the same. It's going to go through the roof. And honestly, the profits are going to tank. I'm estimating, say, like right now, gas fees are high. But let's say gas fees, well, actually it won't matter because we're going to be here. Not sure how the gas fees are going to play on 2.0, what's going to happen to the whole Ethereum network. But let's just say at the time of 2.0, Ethereum Classic, you're making 18, and all those GPUs drop off. I'm going to be guessing I'll probably be making, I don't even know. I don't even want to say it, but I'll either be maybe negative, I'll be paying more for electricity, or I might be making like, say, 50 cents. And I'm not just throwing that out there. That is what I think it's going to be. It's going to be nuts. Like, that is so much hash rate that's going to be thrown into this. Like, we're going to be losing like 100,000 times profit, literally. Now, it all depends on GPUs, like Ravencoin. Who knows how many are going to go to there? Like, there's going to be loads going into each one. Everything will probably be swapped out. It will take some time for everything to even out and play out to see where everything stabilizes at. At the same time, we don't know anything in the future. Who knows if a new coin will pop up out of nowhere that supports GPU mining, that will have an amazing network and just climb. Like, we don't know any of these things that's going to happen. And so these are just my numbers up in the air. What could happen? It's too hard to actually predict. But all I know is there's a lot of terahash that's going to disappear from Ethereum. It's going to flood all the other coins, and profitability on all these coins are going to drop like dramatically is actually an understatement, I think. Like, it's going to be huge. Like, I don't even know the word to say what it's going to be, but let me know. Catastrophic? Is that a good one? Apocalypse? It could be a crypto mining apocalypse, but I don't know. Whatever way you guys want to look at it. But this is what I see happening in the future when Ethereum does go 2.0. Now, we don't know the date for sure. They are behind on everything. Originally, it was supposed to be 2.0 back in 2019. So they're already 2 years behind hitting this stage. So still a couple years to go. There could be problems. It could get hacked. Who knows? Which brings me to another funny story here. Where's hacked? I got to go look at that. Let me show you something. So it brings me to this last little tweet Vitalik here put back in August of 2020. He's responding. I couldn't see the one up there, but recent attacks on ETC. Obviously, this is when ETC was getting its 51% attacks. But recent attacks on ETC and other chains show the reality. Attacking proof of work is cheap, and if the chain survives, the attack your hardware retains its value. Therefore, like, all your stuff is still there. You don't lose anything GPU-wise. You can still mine it. Now, ETC is trying to fix this with the extra lowering the DAG, increasing the hash rate, making it a lot harder to actually attack. Now, here's something that I thought was quite interesting. That's attacking proof of stake requires you to destroy a huge amount of capital that will get slashed. Now, right now, looking at the Ethereum network, it'd be pretty damn hard to attack that. Like, all that terahash, you imagine trying that 51%, so getting over 51% of all that hash rate to attack it is next to impossible. Like, it is crazy. Someone had to been building for years and not even turn it on yet to try and do that. But it's saying here, though, if you attack proof of stake, it requires you to destroy huge amounts of the capital that will get slashed. So therefore, you're opening it up to the proof of stake world. Therefore, it is not being secured by the GPU miners, which there are so many on, which it's next to impossible to hack it, that it is now going more like an online thing where hackers, like, they have all their security things. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but to me, it just seems like it's going to be a lot more open to actual hackers. And if they do get hacked, it'll be cutting their people are going to be losing a lot of ETH. That's all I have to say. And a lot of rewards. So that's how I'm kind of reading this, which makes it quite interesting. But who knows? Vitalik is the ETH guy, and he started it all, and he said from the start that this is the way it's going to go. So he hates GPU miners, and he hates electricity use and whatever else goes with it. But yeah, this is quite interesting. I thought that it'd be interesting to see if this gets hacked, because if it does, just wow. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it'll just get destroyed by hackers and go back to GPU mining. They'll have to revamp everything. Who knows? That could happen. Everything's a possibility. We have no idea what's going on yet. Let's just hope a new coin comes out that we can all mine together and have fun with it. But for now, things are looking pretty dull. Just let me know in the comments what you guys think on this topic. Another thing is, have you guys been noticing a lot of bots hitting the YouTube comment section? Like, it seems like videos are getting rated by bots. So if you're a real person, please say something so I can tell it's you. Know you're new, so I don't know if I'm getting a ton of bot viewers or what's going on, but bots are overrunning the YouTube comment section, it seems. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it put some insight into the future of GPU mining, and yeah, just let me know your thoughts and what you guys think is going to happen. Thanks for watching, and Rabid out.